Yes, I'm all good, brother. I'm all good. How's things?
Good, mate. Really good. I've actually just sat down. I've got 5 minutes to myself.
Classmate. Well, I appreciate you giving me your time while you're free.
Yeah, no worries, mate. No, I appreciate you having me on, mate. It's always a good podcast with you.
I was just going to start this one, Matty, by just talking about how you've enjoyed being part of the BKFC so far. How's it feel to be part of the roster?
It's brilliant, mate. Obviously, it's different to any other bare knuckle show that I've been on before. The way that it's run, the people that you're mixing with, the media side, the podcast side of it, everything's just coming together with it, and it's growing. You know what I mean? It's only going to get better. I'm excited to see where it's going to go. It's definitely going to take off. And obviously watching the show in Marbella, mate, at the weekend, that was just something else. It were absolutely brilliant. Just sit back and just watch it, and I mean, I'd like to have been there. You know what I mean? That'd have been a definite. Couldn't get tickets in the end, but I know a couple of lads went over and that, and they said it was absolutely bouncing. The atmosphere there, the media side of it, everything about it, mate, were just second to none. And that's what it's about. It's about getting the fighters' names out there. It's about promoting the fighters, promoting the show, getting the world to look at it. And that's what it's about. And I mean, I'll be honest with you, mate, we don't get that coverage over here, and you look at it over there, and it was just fantastic. Everything about the show was fantastic. You couldn't say anything wrong about it. But over here, mate, we fighted in 2 weeks, and I don't know if many people know that it's happening. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I totally get what you mean, mate. It'd be great to see that in the UK, like for example in Newcastle in the town centre, all the fucking lampposts with posters on them, the big screens with a flyer on. It's just,
Exactly, yeah.
I don't know if the UK is at that stage yet to do that, but hopefully, fingers crossed, mate. We can't be
Yeah, well,
far off now.
obviously as it takes off, mate, and progresses and gets bigger, obviously that kind of stuff will come in. I think I said before in other podcasts that they haven't done they haven't done a conference or whatever, you know what I mean? And I do think that they did one for Wembley, didn't they? The
Press conference at Wembley.
Yeah, I think they did it for Wembley, but we haven't had any other, you know what I mean? And it'd be great. I mean, going forward, I mean, a lot of people just think it's thuggery, you know what I mean? You knock 7 bells of shit out of each other, and that's all it is, you know what I mean? You don't do it uptown, so you can't get locked up, and that's what it. But it's not about that. Do you know what I mean? Some of these lads that are on the, some of these shows are some of the best lads you'll ever come across in your life. So trustworthy and loyal and got your back, and fucking hard bastards, you know what I mean? And at the end of the day, the training that we go through, everything that we put ourselves through to put on a show for the fans, and it's a side that people don't see. So obviously, coming on podcasts and telling them what you go through and what you do, and obviously being a family man and working all day and then training and doing everything else, it's actually letting people know, broadening that horizon of bare knuckle and expanding it, and obviously more people are coming into it and liking it because of the fighters that they're getting behind, because they are true people, like proper genuine people.
100%, mate. And like I say, with the press conference side, all it is really fucking either the day before the weigh-ins or after everyone's weighed in, putting a few chairs and a few tables together, a couple of mics, mate, and let the lads go at each other, build
That's
the profiles, fucking.
That's it. You don't have to be all
sales.
fancy.
It'll build more pay-per-views, get more eyes watching. Nothing's going to get out of hand because people are there. It's at an event. And I think the little clips that go out on Instagram of the back and forths and that before the fight, it'd be fucking ideal. And I think this is the shit that the UK needs, mate.
That's it. Of course it is. And obviously, you've got Aggie Fulton, who's main event. There's me and Conor Cooke, who's co-main. You've got some belting fights on this card. You know what I mean? That it's like, why not put it on? Do you know what I mean? It just don't make any sense. And for us to sit there and have a go at each other and slag each other off and build up the fight, that's what we're paid to do. That's what we need to do and what we want to do. So let us do it. You know.
But this little journey you've been on so far in the BKFC, mate, you've absolutely smashed it, haven't you, mate? You've been in there with two fucking well-known, very, very fucking good bare-knuckle fighters, and you've fucking done the business, mate.
Yeah, well, this is it. You know, I do believe, mate, that I've kind of like come into my prime. You know, obviously I've come on from an MMA background, bit of boxing. You know, I think me and Conor Cooke's come from like the same kind of background. You know, obviously I've made more bare knuckle fights than him. That's all it is. So I'm hoping that experience, you know, is gonna help me out on the night. But I mean, at the end of the day, yeah, you know, to put two people in front of me that I think Mason Shaw's had one more bare knuckle fight than me. You know, and I expected him to come out and give me more than what he did, but he didn't, and I finished him, you know, exactly the way that, you know, and I finished Chaz, and you know, inside, nice tight work inside, but I can box long as well if I have to. You know what I mean? There's nothing that I can't do in there. You know, we've covered all bases with this. You know, we know Conor Cooke's a good boxer. You know, we've covered everything there, mate. So nothing's going to shock me that he's going to bring. You know, but at the end of the day, I'm hoping that I'm going to shock him on the night. You know, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. But yeah, it's been a journey, mate, and a good one. You know, obviously, it's like I say, the platform that we're on is brilliant, and for me to put on performances like I have and make statements like I have, which has led up to this title shot. You know, obviously Danny Christie. You know, I'm repping him tonight as well.
Yeah, big up Danny Christie.
Yeah, you know, obviously I spoke to him about fighting for the belt after I finished Chaz last time, and he said that, you know, he was vacating it and dropping down a weight class, so that was fair enough. You know, I went to him with utmost respect and asked him, you know, and he just said he was going to drop down a weight class and vacate it, so that's what he's done. I didn't really expect Conor Cooke, to be fair. I don't think he's ranked. Well, he's not ranked in top 5. You know, and I think he's coming off that win with Mason, but that was a cruiserweight. So I don't know why he's got the title shot, but I mean, there were word on the grapevine it were going to be somebody else. I mean, obviously, I don't want to start saying names. He was coming over to fight for BKFC, and it was a done deal. And then all of a sudden, it's all changed. So obviously, the opponent changed, and it is who it is. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, whoever it is, they're just in my way. That's all it is. So it doesn't really matter who it is. But at the end of the day, you know, it's just a different strategy. That's all we've got to do, and that's exactly what we're working for. So yeah, mate, I'm buzzing for it. Like I'm looking forward to it. You know, it's a massive arena, Newcastle as well. You know, going to be a great night of organised violence, mate. And I'm absolutely chomping at bit now to get in there and do some damage, mate. Yeah.
And what's your thoughts on Conor Cooke's performances so far within the BKFC and his level of opposition compared to yours?
I think his level of opposition has been all right. You know, obviously he's had Nathan Owens up there. He's had I can't remember who else he's had. Obviously he beat Mason Shaw practically the same way as what I did. You know, he fought David Oscars. The thing is, obviously he's a good boxer, isn't he? You know what I mean? I think if you let him box, he's going to outbox you, and that's exactly what he's proved in fights. You know. The only person that was too strong for him was obviously David, and you know, he's an absolute animal. We went down to his gym, last weekend. Went down to spar Stevie Taylor, and David Oscars were there, mate. And you know, he was sparring one of our lads, and yeah, he's a fucking unit in, mate. And he hits hard, you know what I mean, for an heavyweight. And you just think, you know, it's I wouldn't want to be getting cracked by that kind of, you know, that size of bloke for a start. You know, but he's the only one that he's not really coped with, you know, and obviously he's aggressive, he comes forward, he's strong. That's exactly like me, you know what I mean? And that's exactly what I'm going to be doing. But like I've said, mate, I can come in strong, I can be tight, I can work inside, but I can work at reach, I can work at range, you know, it doesn't really matter to me. Whichever way that fight goes, I'm ready 100%. You know, and I'll be there's no doubt in my mind, mate, that belt's mine. And I said it since day one, you know, since the time for BKFC, I've said I'll be British champion, and I will. You know, it's a massive opportunity for me, this, and it opens doors to elsewhere next year. You know, we're already in talks about that. Obviously, I'm not overlooking this, and I never will. You know, but obviously, my job will be done on the night, and it'll open them doors, mate, next year. So I'm really looking forward to everything. Got a massive chance here. There's been no stone left unturned. Everything's gone to point in camp. I've 2 more weeks left. I've another hard week of hard graft, and then taper down, and that's it, mate. But yeah, like I said, I'm ready to go now. You know what I mean? I'm absolutely chomping at bit now to go. Just want to do some damage, mate. Let these hands go. They're ready. They're ready.
What a fucking opportunity, though, Matty. Like you just said there, like it's a massive opportunity. Like it is a massive fucking opportunity, mate. Like the eyes that are on it now, mate, it being on DAZN, like the Premier shows being on DAZN, the likes of McGregor watching every single show, being a massive fan of it, being an owner of it. All it takes is one fucking great highlight, knockout reel or stoppage or whatever it is in the fight, and you're getting shared, mate, and then other eyes are seeing it, they want you on the show. It snowballs, doesn't it, mate?
Well, that's it, you know, and obviously you put a good performance in. You know, we saw it at Marbella, mate, you know what I mean? They come on the mic after Dinny McGregor and they were like, we'll double your purse, we'll double your wages, and you just think, it's things like that, you know, obviously, you know, you put in a show on, mate, you're getting in there. It's you that's putting it on the line. You know, you're getting hurt, you're getting broken, you're getting cut, you know, and we are putting it on the line for spectators, you know, for our fans out there. So to be recognised, obviously by somebody like McGregor as well, to say, you know, what a performance, fight at night, fucking what a warrior, here you go, there's 100 G's. Do you know what I mean? You just think, fucking hell, yeah, you know, and it's worth doing it. You know what I mean? I mean, sometimes... 100%. You know, obviously, with the wages that we've had in the past from other companies and stuff, you just think, what's the fucking point? You know, they pay your pittance, and it's you that's getting in there, it's you that's getting hurt, it's you that's bringing in the viewers for their company, but you're getting paid fuck all, you know, and you know damn well that they're chipping away with a load of brass, you know, skipping off into the sunset with a load of brass that they've made from fight and from show. But yet you're sat here with 2 broken hands and you can't work and you've got fucking £1,000 in front of you. Do you know what I mean? You just think, what's the point? But we do it because we enjoy the fighting side of it. We enjoy the discipline and everything about it and the sport. But we know it leads to bigger things, you know, and it has done for me. You know, I've been paid fuck all over these last few years. And now it's beginning to take off and actually get to where I want to be. And this is it. Like I said, you know, the opportunity there is massive for me, mate. And as soon as it got offered to me, I bumped, sign on the dotted line. No issues. Like I said, it was going to be somebody else. I actually think that other person would have been the harder fight, but not overlooking Conor at all. You know, I mean, for a tough night, I know that. I don't expect. You know, we're both going to be there. We're both going to be in there at our absolute best. You know, I know he's been on a cruise and bits and bats and obviously maybe not training like he should, but, you know, I'm sure he's picked that up since he's come back. I've been flat out, mate, for 12 weeks, and I mean flat out. You know, no stone left unturned, and I'm more than ready, you know, and to put it back to a week as well, but there's been no back step, there's been no, oh, well, I'll have a bit of shit food or I'll have a drink or whatever because it's been put back to a week. Fuck that, mate. I am absolutely shredded. I am on weight. My hands are like fucking lightning, mate, and I'm just ready to fucking smash somebody's head in. So, let's go.
It's going to be some fucking show, mate. And have you been keeping an eye on the light heavyweight division throughout, like, the other rankings, like the American, Bulgarian and things like that? Because there's some huge fights out there for the winner, isn't there, mate?
There is, mate. This is it, you know, and this is what we're in talks with now. You know, obviously, you want to be aiming for the world, don't you? You know, this is it, you see. And obviously, Jared Warren, he's got the world title at my weight. You know, so obviously, look, not overlooking Conor one bit, you know, but when we've gone through him, well, then, you know, that's the way that we're, you know, that's the way that I'm looking and heading. You know, I think I'm ranked the first UK lad in the light heavyweight division, and I think there's 7 Americans that are above me. You know, and the top 3, mate. Yeah, I'm definitely looking at them. You know, they are, you know, some good fights there. But obviously, Europe as well. You know, let's see who's out there. You know, end of the day, like I've said, we'll get through this one, mate. Have a bit of time at Christmas, see what options are available, and we'll go from there. But it's just going to open so many doors, you know, and that's exactly what it needs to do, you know. And I'll be walking through them doors, mate, and smashing whoever's in front of me. It's as simple as that.
Wicked, mate. And what can we expect to see from Matty Hodgson on the 2nd of November?
Pretty much what you've seen already, mate. You know, I'm not in a shit disappointing fight. You know, I bring it, mate. I'll be in your face. I'll be in your fucking hard. You know, these hands are going to come at you. And at the end of the day, you know, everything I've been working strategically, you know, the fitness, everything's just going to come into play, mate. You know, and it's going to show on the night. And there's going to be only one person victorious that night, mate, and that's me. Simple as that. I've said it since day one, and I'll stand by it now, mate. I will be British champion, and that's exactly what I will be. So 2nd of November, I'll be raising my hands, mate, with that fucking belt in my hands, 100%. I'm not expecting an easy night. I know Conor's going to bring it. We're both going to be on a top form that night, you know. But I'm going to go through him, mate. Simple as that, you know. He reckons he's going to knock me out. This is what he said. He's going to knock me out. He's never knocked anybody out in his career, from what I've seen, and I've never been knocked out. So good luck with that. You know what I mean? Let's just see what happens in there. Because as soon as a knuckle up, mate, he'll be getting some fucking knuckles. So let's just see what happens there.
Wicked. Have you got any messages for Conor before we wrap it up?
No, not really, you know. I hope his training camp's going well, and obviously brings his best on the night, mate, because that's exactly what I'll be doing. Everything's on point. You know, just make sure, Conor, that you're weighing correctly. Otherwise, you will be fucking sweating it out. End of the day, you don't weigh in 2 kilo heavier with me. You know, you make championship weight for the championship belt. No excuses, no ifs, no buts. If you're overweight, you fucking sweat it out, or I'll take half your purse. Simple as that. End of the day, you know, I'm professional. I come in on weight, and that's it. So yeah, I've got a couple of shout outs, though, mate, from my sponsors, and if I can do them as well, if we're
fucking right, mate. Get them fucking shouted out, bro.
Yeah, right. Obviously, I can't do it without these guys, mate. You know, a lot of them have been there with me since day one, and you know, I love them to bits. You know, they do support me a hell of a lot. So we've got Fire and Evacuation Services, DPJ Electrical, Outlaw Gains, Blackout 13 is my newest sponsor, clothing brand. Absolutely wicked quality clothing, mate. Great stuff. I do believe that they are in with the BKFC. I don't want to say too much, but they are doing the clothing for them. So you'll no doubt, mate, be getting a hoodie or whatever at some point, and you'll be impressed with the gear. It's absolutely spot on quality, mate. It's brilliant. CBD Guru, who's been with me since day one. Great guy. Great CBD products, mate. The best about, you know, balms, oils, everything that keep me supple, keep me joints working. You know, even at bloody 40-year-old, I'm still like I'm bloody 21, mate. I know that I look it as well, like, but yeah, you know, my body feels like it as well. Kestrel Estate Agents, my friend Tunil. HD Global Management is obviously my management team, and Carl Messing. Big shout out to him for obviously getting me this fight, and you know, I'm pushing my career forward. Jordan Story and Carl Stannard, my nutritionists, work together and have been part of my team for a lot of years now. Not only with the bare knuckle, but like the MMA side as well. Brad Foster is my strength and conditioning coach. He owns Unique Fitness in Normanton, just a small little gym in Normie. The lad's a pro, an ex-pro rugby player. You know, absolutely head full of knowledge, mate. You know, that he puts into me, and he's had me looking the best shape, the fitness, the strength, everything's been on point every fight I've had, you know, and I've proved it in there. So this time we've just up the ante, mate, and everything's on point and everything's better than the last 2 fights, and you'll see it on the night. Obviously my coaches and my team, Justin Newell, my coach, Jake Clark, who's going to be in my corner on the night, Neil Wayne, Anthony Holmes, Josh Sims, Joe Lister, up at Team Valor, Been sparring with that lot quite a lot and training. Obviously, it's the only bare knuckle gym around here that we can, obviously get that tight clinch working and the little glove working and stuff. And it's really good to go up there and spar with them lads, especially Anthony Holmes as well. He's fighting my old opponent, Chaz. Good fight for him. I'm looking forward to that one. But I do think, especially the way that Holmes has been as well off his losses and the way that he's put his head into this camp, that he's fucking unstoppable, mate. He's an absolute fucking machine at the minute. So yeah, it's going to be some fighters that I'm looking forward to it. Just shout out to all my friends and all my family, that have come in, that have bought tickets, that are obviously paying for hotels, travelling down. My wife, she's coming down. Closest friends, the people that mean a lot to me have, made the effort to come and pay and come and support the show and me. There's a lot of people out there that are always, if I stood outside Boozer, mate, on a Friday night, I'd sell out tickets, you know what I mean? Oh, mate, when you're fighting, I'll come. You know what I mean? You hear it all the time. People are full of shit. End of the day, unless it's on your doorstep and you don't have to make an effort to go anywhere, people don't want to know, and you're up against it all the time. It's like a shitload of acquaintances and shitloads of people that want to come. But as soon as you say it's in Newcastle, there's always an excuse, but the people that mean something to me and the positive people that are in my life and are very close to my heart, I know that are there, and we will get that win together, and they are part of my team. So yeah, mate, I am absolutely buzzing for it. I am, yeah. I can't wait. But no, I don't think there's anybody else out there to shout out. Maybe me auntie. I'll give me auntie a shout out because she always kicks off that I never shout again. I never give her a shout out, so I will do. So Helen, just want to say thank you for supporting me and putting up with my shit while I'm cutting weight and tired and ratty and obviously with my head up my arse.
Big shout out, Auntie Helen. Big
yes. She'll be happy with that, mate.
We'll be catching up, mate, in a couple of weeks. We'll do some more filming and footage together, mate. But I really appreciate you coming on, Matty. It's much appreciated.